Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these badass Broncos, 3/4 of us drive. This is your All-Terrain Nation presented by who, Kelly?
White Knuckle Off-Road Products.
That's right, White Knuckle. They make the best rock sliders in our opinion. And once again, I say this every week, Kelly. What do I say? What do they want us to do?
Just go check them out.
That's right. Just go check their website out. And if you do happen to buy something, say, hey, Dave and Kelly sent us over there. And maybe one day they'll send Allie some rock sliders.
Right.
So the more you say hi to them, maybe the odds are that Allie gets some cool
the
rock
odds
sliders.
be ever in your favor.
There we go.
And then we can take Allie to Winrock and she can scratch those rock sliders up.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Well, hey, remember September.
It's still on my calendar.
Okay. Anyways, this is your Bronco Talk Live that might be changing its
Maya
name to
said, hey.
Ford Talk Live, maybe, because we seem to talk a lot of products here of the Ford brand. But what's up, Maya? She's like not getting her dues. She's like, hey.
Yeah. She's like, what the hell?
I'm important too. Dang it.
Obviously.
Well,
Obviously.
got some weird error here.
It's a known issue, it says.
Okay. Anyways, so I hope everybody's having a fantastic Monday. I'm about to because it's whiskey time for me. Kelly,
Whiskey time.
how's your Monday going?
It's going good. I trying to stay busy at work right now.
Yeah.
Been
left?
doing some trainings and stuff.
Yeah. What's left to do, I guess?
Yeah. Really just kind of doing a lot of trainings, like skilling up myself.
Skillet?
Making myself marketable.
Skillet?
She's a skillet now.
I'm a skillet.
Well, but hey, there actually may be some good news on that job front. We
We'll
won't be able to
see,
share
we'll
it for a while.
see.
We're not going to share for a while, but
We'll see.
could be something.
There's
fun.
more to come.
Tonight I am drinking Booker's, by the way. Thank you to Cigar Texan, who sent me this like almost 3 years ago.
Pretty sure it was like 3 years ago.
Well,
yeah.
this is hot. This is very hot. So I savor this one. It's been a good Monday, so why not?
So he's not going to chug it? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I'm not. No. Anyways, Allie, how's your Monday going? Everything well there in the land of Red Wings and Lions and Tigers? Oh my!
Yeah, we just don't have bears. Yeah, everything's good.
Well,
Shipped a Bronco to California today. They're happy. so-
Nice.
Yeah.
oh, Puppers was really sitting there for a minute, like she was in the right next to you, and then she just laid down. She's like, "That's too
Yeah,
much."
I wasn't giving her attention. Someone said we need to give her like her own camera.
Well, so there's a guy I watch called the Critical Drinker. He does movie reviews and stuff. He has, when he does live streams, he's got a camera right where his dog lays, and so the dog's always on stream.
That's funny.
I thought about doing that, but ours is too like,
Spastic.
yeah, he'd bark at the camera for some reason. Act stupid.
Or the cat would go over and lay with him, and then he'd be like,
Yeah, pretty much.
That's-
But it's Bronco time, and there's more. Like I said, we may just start talking a little bit more Fords down the
Yeah.
road. I think Allie seems to know Fords pretty well. I think.
Only a little bit. I'm only kind of a fan.
Yeah.
So you might see this slowly. This show kind of convert to a little.
Jesus.
I haven't even
Are you
started.
I was just saying,
I think well, did you actually see the teaser that Ford posted, that Bronco posted today?
I did. Let me pull that up, and we can.
What do we
That was
do
on
for this?
Instagram, right?
Yes.
All right. Let me pull that up real quick.
For those of you wondering what I'm drinking tonight, Old Smoky
Banana.
Moonshine
Let me put a
Banana
pacifier
pudding.
end on that for you.
Banana Pudding.
Pudding.
Hold
pudding.
on, pinky up.
Mhm. Always. Well, I've made this concoction for when we go to a friend's house that if I'm tired, I make an espresso in my Bronco off-roadeo. So I fill this with ice. I do one espresso pod, and then I do some aerated cold cream, and then I top it off with Old Smoky Java Moonshine.
It sounds really complicated.
Okay.
It's really delicious, though. It's like an espresso martini in a water bottle.
Well, Allie, so what's going on here?
It looks like Ford posted a teaser.
It does look like a teaser. Like, do you think they would actually do some of those sunsets for their Broncos?
I do.
I
I mean,
mean,
Ford doesn't post anything that they don't
They're very specific when they do something, right?
They're marketing.
Yeah.
They're Pacific.
So like they have that picture. They have a picture of an interior. If you hit the little next.
And there isn't. Oh wait, there it is. Nope. Wrong next.
Go back. Nope, it is there. So click it again. It's right near the back wheel. Near the tail.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
there
sorry.
You go. Next.
I'm learning.
I'm learning, ladies and gentlemen.
You learned him.
One more time.
So what are you pointing out here?
One more time.
What are you pointing out
One
here?
more time, she said.
Click it.
One more time.
What were you pointing out here in this photo?
Hit it one more
next
time,
one.
she said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh
Oh
my
my gosh.
Back
wait,
in my
where'd
day.
it go? Did they take it down? Hold on.
Wait, there might be. There's another one.
Do one more.
This?
No, they had a picture of an interior. Oh, you can kind of see it like right there. I wonder if they bring back like that plaid.
Well, they did something like that in the Heritage on
Mhm.
a muted kind of note from that
I
perspective.
think because they already have kind of a sunset decal thing you can buy.
Ford
But
sells that?
if you went to Bronco Off Rodeo, when you answer all the questions,
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a freewheeling sticker. It's on my Bronco. So I think
See, I don't
even
think I
back in
have that as
early
one of my
21
stickers.
when we got these, I think they're kind of just foreshadowing for this.
Well,
But
I wonder if like these shirts and stuff, like they try to do this whole retro line.
oh,
Everything
for
old is
sure.
cool again, you know.
Oh,
So,
for
like,
sure.
I just don't want to go to carbureted engines.
I'll go to that Built Ford Tough t-shirt. Like, Dave, you need a cutoff just like he's got on.
Oh, I bet I
Yeah.
do. Hey, y'all want to see some belly stretch marks? Yeah. Hey, Ford. I don't think I'm going to sell many vehicles for him that way, Kelly.
Yeah, maybe not.
Well,
Maybe not.
usually, like, okay, so I grew up slightly in the 70s. I don't remember guys wearing that. I remember girls wearing cut-off shirts like
There's a
that.
picture of my dad wearing one
Really?
with my mom. My mom wearing like a crop top, my dad having one.
They had matching crappies?
Yeah,
Aw.
I gotta find it. I gotta have my mom send it to you.
That's hilarious. No, we don't want. They're GM people.
She'll still send it to me.
Anyway, so the idea of them doing something retro like this would be cool. I would have to think it's a factory option because I don't think parts department wants to put a sticker on.
No, I mean, our body shop would do that.
Yeah.
Not the main shop. But yeah, I think it's a possibility.
Well, I definitely like the whole vibes of it. And of course, people have been doing this. It's not like the whole sunset thing is brand new to anybody, but I like it. And I always
shut our door from our child.
Yes, my first Bronco that I fell in love with was that black Bronco 2 with the sunset on it like that. I love that.
I love that.
I had little Hot Wheels of it and all kinds of stuff.
There's one that goes to Woodward and it's fantastic. I can't wait to see it this year. I wish I got pictures of it last year and I missed them.
Well, we don't want to talk about Woodward right now.
Yeah.
Some of us don't get to go.
Yeah.
Some of us going to cover something else. But
Love it. Can't hear you. Dave. Can't hear you. Well, as Dave's figuring this out. Yeah, we're not doing that. I have controls now. You forgot this. All right, what are they talking about? They need to bring back the night package. What's the night package? Let's see. I don't want Flo, he's fixing it. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, so we're going to take this over here. So what is everyone's thought? So Tim knows this. So Bronco Sport's open tomorrow. What is your guys' take on Bronco Sport? Let's see. Oh, no.
Hello.
There you go.
There we go.
No one answered my question. I asked what everyone's thought was on Bronco Sport or what their take was.
Like destination for Broncos. You got this.
No, I don't.
Well, so yeah, we do want to get into that, but first, if we haven't done this in a while, and I think our people are going to kill us, so. Sorry, Allie. Thank you for scrambling there, though.
All right.
I
So we
super
have-
chatted my opinion.
Andy Ackerman says Kelly is a Bronco. Dave is a Bronco Sport. We all know who the trail boss is, and you just minimized it.
Did I? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I totally just added it and you minimized it. Jeez. Cheezo Pete's.
That comment wasn't worth posting.
Wow. And thank you for the super
Ouch.
chat. I'll thank you for the super
No,
chat.
thank you, sir.
Even though he's being a butt. Gia is in the house. M Peugeot checking in this evening. Mobile Moto. Honest Smith. Dirk Connor. David Zarco. Eric Jefferson. Cigar Texan. Destination Bigfoot Bronco. I think I said Cigar Texan already. My moonshine's kicking in already. Nurse AJ. Don't you look at me like that. I know what you're doing. You're judging me. Valley Dude 5000. Jay checking in this here. Jonathan Fald says, hey, everyone, member since July 17th of 2020. Have we had membership?
No, we haven't had. Maybe a subscriber.
Maybe subscriber, but hey, we'll take it. We will take it. Mark King in the house. Nelazar says, my wife calls them Roncos because they're not big enough for the B.
Wow.
Wow.
Bob Masters in the house. Ragnar Khan says, hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. That's all I got.
Mardi Gras.
Wrong language.
Oh.
Jessica Dunn checking in this evening. Paul Elliott said, hey, we have a Mustang update?
We'll talk about that in just a minute.
Jonathan Fald says Michigan has bears. Maybe.
Oh, I meant like a sports team. I know we have bears. Because my grandpa's house, one's like tearing down some of his stuff.
Let's see. TJ Miller is in the house as well. And let's see. Randy Hughes. I'm sure I'm missing somebody because I was caught off guard with this one. Flo checking in this evening. Bum Yoon Kim is in the house. No, the sport is not a real Bronco and should be renamed.
Nope.
Randy told you to carry the channel, Allie, when we were having some sound issues.
Panic.
Tim Bart's checking in this evening. Tim says it is a Bronco. I mean, yes.
I'm not crapping on it, by the way. I'm just curious what our audience thinks.
I have an argument about it, so we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, and we'll get to yours a little bit later, Allie. But my concern, and you all have heard this if you've been kind of paying attention along the time, is that my issue with it is that it came out first, and everybody thought that this was the Bronco that was going to be coming out, where all of this Billy Badass talk about it. And if you weren't following the auto industry like we were, we knew that the Bronco Sport was not the full-size Bronco that was coming out. And so, like, I had a friend from college. I was going, ooh, we're going to pick up our Bronco. And he goes, God, Kelly, I hope your husband does something fun with that because it is ugly. And I was like, wait, but this is the Bronco I'm getting. And he goes, oh, a full size. I didn't know there was even a full size.
This isn't how I thought this show would go, because I'm the guy going to defend the Bronco Sport over here, and the two ladies of the show are just bashing the piss out of it.
No, absolutely not. So, like, okay, Tim, you pop in here because, okay, good point, Laura. For dealer preview, we actually got to off-road these things. And I was very impressed with how it handled. Like, I would not do what I did with that in an Escape. Because practically the Escape and the Bronco Sport, you can compare the two. They're the same freaking car. Like, same platform. But I will pick a Bronco Sport over an Escape any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else we're gonna say hi to?
Laura said my dad wants a Bronco Sport over the Raptor.
You slap
No.
your dad right now. I mean, I'm gonna defend the sport, but you slap your dad.
Pez Head checking in this evening. Bird Dog, Off-Road Adventures, saying there's the Chicago Bears.
And Bird Dog
Yeah,
just
but
got back.
they're not
from,
in Michigan because you have the Lions and then you have the Detroit Tigers, but we don't have like a Bears sport.
And you have the Pistons, which are what are the Pistons? Like,
No, it's no comment.
I was waiting for somebody to comment about a hat. That's why.
Honest Smith said, "Damn, where's Dave's hat?" Thank you. Good shot, sir.
Still Las Vegas dirt.
It is still Las Vegas.
It's not getting
dirt.
cleaned.
Let's see. Bronco should always be on a truck platform, says Destination Bigfoot. I can see that. Randy said he was typing exactly what I said. So
Somebody wants a timeout. That's all I'm gonna say. Dude, I'm fully aware of what my forehead looks like.
Cigar Texan says, owning both the Bronco and the Sport, I can tell you the Sport is not real.
Well, it's real.
I mean, it's real,
got four
but it
wheels.
is definitely not like.
Hi, Matt.
To your point, Allie, like I've seen people who have taken the Bronco Sport out and done a lot of things with it. Like it's a very capable vehicle in some of the trims. But you're comparing, and you all love it when I say this, I know. You're comparing apples and oranges. Like
for sure.
Two different vehicles completely.
For sure. And that's why Ford brought Bronco is because of Jeep and the Jeep Cherokee and the stupid little Renegade or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
Matt Porter says hi, Allie.
He's so nice.
Too.
Oh,
he's the best.
Jonathan, I know the Pistons are car parts, but I'm just saying, like, with all the other animal names we had.
We had to go with piston.
Right. Like.
And technically, it's a horse.
It's so beefy.
A piston is not a horse.
The logo used to be a horse.
Okay. I don't remember what their logo looks like.
You know, just sit there and be pretty.
Watch yourself.
Michael Cooper says it's a Bronco for someone who wants a cool camping vehicle.
Okay.
I would
and TJ Miller says Bronco Sport has better headlights than the full-size Bronco. Big Bronco headlights suck at night.
My Badlands Bronco lights do not suck.
Yeah,
I have the LEDs. I don't mind mine at all.
Yeah. I don't know what the
regular like halogen ones are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that this is really what we're talking about too. So give it its own name. Like it's a different animal altogether. Like it's not the same.
Somebody commented about why didn't they just call it a Bronco 2? And the fact that Bronco 2 doesn't have a great reputation. So I think Ford was very aware of the reputation of Bronco 2. Even though I like Bronco 2s, my high school girlfriend had a Bronco 2.
We don't talk about your high school girlfriends.
Not that one.
Okay.
But any chance I got to drive that vehicle, totally tried to call it.
I love it.
Little Burrow. No, Little Burrow would be funny. I want to say hi to our Patreons: Chris D, Mark King, John Sheeran, Richard T.
Tokarski.
Thank you. Randy Hughes, Just a Guy, which I'm pretty sure we know who that is, and Rumesh over there, Rumesh Lance, who we haven't seen Rumesh in a while.
Keep going.
But no, those are that's
done.
Tess. So we have like 7 Patreons that we're full time now, guys. Thank you so much for the support.
Sydney did ask tonight if you still have a members only chat. And I said, no, he doesn't. Why? Did you want to do it? She's like, yeah.
Well, she canceled on me.
So she wants to do members only chat again.
Oh man, our kid is like schizophrenic with social media.
No, she's the last couple months she's been all about it. So you might be seeing some more members chats again.
Well,
sorry. My back's been out for like 4 months.
Yes.
No, like 4 weeks, not months.
Oh, wait. It's now called The Audience. Jesus Christ. Like, Twitter's changing everybody's names. Everybody's doing crap. And
tell us how you really feel, old man.
I just got into Twitter. And now I got to call it X. Like, the only thing
is that what it is?
Oh, yeah. The only thing I can think of now is X going to give it to you.
Because I tried to click on something for work that was trying to send me out to Twitter for something, to watch some video or something. And it was like, welcome to X. And it's like, sign in. And I was like, I've never had to sign in to see this content before. Like, what are you making me sign in for? and
Yeah,
they were like making you sign up to see it.
I was never into Twitter, and then I tried the whole, what's it called, Threads. That's dumb.
Randy says use that $8 wisely. Trust me, goes to the travel fund, sir.
Yes.
And
the StreamYard.
Yes.
And all the different things.
Believe it or not, we have lots of hundreds of dollars that go out a month for this show.
Yeah.
So
not including our travel.
Yeah. Destination Bigfoot says they should have called it the Shetland Pony. They should have called it Little Sebastian.
Not everybody's gonna get that reference.
We'll see. Does anybody know what Little Sebastian is? Anyways. But yeah, I want to get so
wait. Lil Sebastian.
Jesus, sorry.
Let us know in the chat if you know what that means. Bronco 78 checking in. No one's changing their name, but we're talking about the Bronco Sport and what it should be.
Like a little burrow.
Oh no, he's talking about Twitter is changing their name to
my bad.
X.
My bad.
Elon Musk has he has X in his kids' names. He used to own X.com, I guess, and he had to buy it back from when he sold PayPal. PayPal got I don't know. It's a whole thing. But so what I'm really curious about tonight with the Bronco Sport especially was, remember early on we saw the one that went tumbling down the hill in Colorado.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people using it. Maybe the people that bought it early on when you couldn't get big Bronco thought, oh, this is so badass, I can go do whatever. But I think there is a part of the world out there that actually uses the thing and has fun with it.
Wait, Nurse AJ, are you ready? Are you ready? Come on, be a man. Wear your boa proudly.
Right, there you go.
See, you're such a party pooper.
I'm not a party pooper.
You are a
that
party
grosses
pooper.
me out.
Ugh.
Anyways, can we do a Bronco show?
No, because quick story on this, because Nurse AJ commented on my Barbie movie because I took Sid to the Barbie movie yesterday. And she said, we should totally get Dave a boa for the Barbie. And I did. And so it came today, and he comes up with this shit-eating grin, and he goes, what did you do? And I was like, I don't know what I did. What did I do? And he hands me the package. And it's literally a clear package with our address smacked on it from Amazon, clear. So he could totally see it was a pink boa. So I couldn't even surprise him with a pink boa. Just gonna... All right, we can get back to the show. Had to do it for Nurse AJ. Wow, you're such a temper tantrum. Welcome to my world, guys.
Wear it proper like a Bronco Sport.
Yep. There you go.
Love it.
MM says a Bronco Sport is a Franco, a fake Bronco. Looks like a Subaru and Range Rover had a baby.
See, I don't mind the looks of them. I like the looks of them. I like them over the Escape.
Mm-hmm.
Even our new one.
Well, you get more with it than you would in an Escape. So, but the problem is, I'm starting to see. I guess Ford's pushing these out right now as press vehicles, which kind of brought my attention this day. Somebody said TFL was doing something. I think with one.
Mm-hmm.
Savage Geese had one. They had the limited edition or the Heritage Edition, which that's one thing I think is a joke. You have a neighbor with one.
I have made the joke, and I even joked about it with Jordan. I was like, what are we celebrating the 2 years Bronco Sport's been alive?
Right.
To have a heritage, like.
Well, I mean, the name does have, with Gen 1, it does have they made a sport version, but there is some history to that name, but that little thing is not a part of that history. I wouldn't say.
Bronco Toes Live.
That's right. But anyways, I kind of Savage Geese was funny today because I was watching their video and they were just beating the piss out of the Heritage Edition, just being savage to it. And now they've liked, and they said, even in this video, they said, hey, we like the Bronco Sport because it's a $30,000 kind of entry level SUV. You can do some fun things with it. But as tested, the limited, I think, was like $44,000, $45,000 they had. And there's no way in hell I'm paying $44,000 for that thing when I can get a real Bronco, a 4-door Bronco.
You just said a real Bronco.
Well, but I'm saying a real off-road four-wheel drive. And the way I view this, for my opinion, is definitely I'm looking for a true four-wheel drive vehicle. This is an all-wheel drive. It's kind of for snow ice. I think it's perfectly fine. For light, if you want to go up fire roads and stuff, perfectly fine. But they were beating it up over the price, because you think about it, depending on where you live with taxes and title, you would be $50K into that thing. $50,000 for something that's not even close to being. I would rather have a base, and you guys know I'm not base Bronco guy. I would rather have the base.
I had talked to a salesman at another Ford dealership that's like 20 minutes up the road from me, and they're actually, I think, what did she say, $6,000 over MSRP on baby Bronco?
Really? So you're 55?
And I'm just like, because I know the one that we have was 42, so that means it was 48. So you're over 50K on just a that's the thing. It's a baby Bronco. It's nothing.
So it's basically a Badlands, right? It's a loaded Badlands for the Bronco Sport.
Correct. Yeah, it's on the Badlands platform.
Right. So you get everything. You're getting extra skids. You're getting a sunroof and all that, and what you get, the Robin's Egg and the ugly yellow, right?
Yeah.
It's called Yellowstone.
Oh, sorry, called it ugly yellow. That color, I'm sure there's some historic to that color, but that color is awful. Ford, and that's another thing. Come on, Ford. I know you watch these shows. You better damn well find some exciting colors for next year, because
What did you see yesterday?
I don't know.
Huh?
What did you have to have late last night? And where did we go? What did we see in the parking lot?
Oh, we saw that 392.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what Jeep calls that color, but it's a fun color.
Tim, we're talking about the Heritage Limited, not just the regular Heritage. Because the regular Heritage is on the Big Bun platform, where you can do the Heritage Limited. And they're all like high 30s, low 40s.
Yeah. I am happy to see with the big Bronco now, you are starting to see some Heritage trims, the Limiteds, running around.
Yep.
Though I honestly,
ours is getting built right now.
I never say these are collector's items, but I don't know that those I would drive around too much, because I don't know. Ford's not been real like, hey, we're going to continue to do this. It was just something they said, hey, we're going to do, these two limited colors. The only way to get them is with
so they're going to build this one, and this is public knowledge. Ford had posted an article on it. They're only going to do it for 23-24 for these limiteds. Right.
But it was 1966 of 4 doors and 1966 of 2 doors. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why I don't know that for that. I mean, I don't buy any vehicle as an investment per se, but that one there, I would kind of just like running around Sunday afternoons, and that's probably about it. But for me though, I only want the 2-door of that too.
That's the thing. We have a 2-door, and I'm very tempted to buy it.
Really?
Very tempted to buy it.
Is it in the showroom?
Not yet. It's getting built.
Trade a Mustang for it?
It's getting built on Friday, I think.
Nice. Well, knowing your luck, it'll be there Friday afternoon.
Probably.
But our Mustang won't be there until
yeah.
Technically so
New Year's.
I got a message today, and they're still doing media on that.
I know. Tomorrow I think is the last day of video, the embargo for videos. I think you'll see 5.0 videos come out, because today I know Ratty they did the 4-cylinder. I've seen some other 4-cylinders. So but I mean we'll get into that Mustang in a minute. But I like the Bronco Sport for a price point. I think as somebody's first car, well, I won't say first car because that cheapens that vehicle.
Yeah.
For somebody who's maybe out of college or just out of high school, they're starting their life. I think $30K for a vehicle is expensive, but I think that's the world we live in now of like,
it is,
hey, that's the affordable car.
I had a guy come in the other day because he's been asking me. So he's been asking for a Maverick for 2 weeks. I'm like, not going to happen.
Right.
Like, you have to order it. And like, he is flabbergasted that he has to order a car. I'm like, where have you been for the last 2 years? And he's like, well, what are the chances of someone backing out? I'm like, these invoices literally have 3 names on them. So you have to have all of these people back out of this one car.
Indy.
Anyway,
I'm a real boy.
it is pick on Dave night,
I
everybody.
see that.
It is. Well, to piggyback on what you were saying is like the Bronco Sport is not necessarily what you would choose. You would choose a full size over it because of the capabilities. But let's be honest, like how many of these full size Broncos are mall crawlers and people don't give a shit about what they can do with their vehicle? The same can be said about Bronco Sports. How many of them are not going to be doing what you want to do with them?
My point of view when I talk about this stuff though is based on how we live our lifestyle of how we use vehicles.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
That's definitely my point of view with this. But the Bronco Sport doesn't bother me. I like the fact that what they're doing, like the black diamond the black diamond option or something. Now it's not really a trim, it's just an add-on option. I like that, and I think since there's no real, since the Xterra is gone, the 4Runner is going to be neutered soon, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
We're running out of like little options of vehicles like that. The Xterra at the time was perfect because it was about that cargo room, about that size, but it was a body on frame vehicle. We're not really getting that size of vehicle anymore with a body on frame. So I think there is a purpose for that style vehicle. I think there's a lot of people that just want to throw their kayak or something on it. They want to feel tough, and there's nothing wrong with that at all, because usually that's why we buy a particular style vehicle. It's a reflection of us.
Even at Super South Tennessee, when we did the off-roading with Bronco Nation, I had a Bronco Sport Badlands behind me, and
was it that turbocharged one?
What
was the one that had they were in the comments one day? There was one that had a weird turbocharged or stickers on the side of their vehicle.
No, I don't think it was that. I can't remember who was behind me, but I will say, like, they were doing more for the Bronco brand that day than the actual Broncos were, because it was just very easy stuff that we could do. But like the Bronco Sport handled everything like a champ, and I was very surprised.
All right, Peugeot, let's be nice, or you can go away. Your joke's running a little old. Anyway, so yeah, no, I'm perfectly. I think there is a point to that vehicle, and
it wasn't for you. It was the 4Runner. It wasn't against you. I know you thought it was, but it's not. I know. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't for you. I was talking about the 4Runner. Anyway, go.
Anyways. So I think there's a price point to that. It's an entry level vehicle, but you start getting to $45,000. That's no longer an entry level vehicle. That's a mid level vehicle, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. So I'm curious if there's anybody in the comments that has one, and we're not here to shit on it and just beat it up. But I'm curious. I know they do little lift kits now for this thing. I've been interested in building one. Like our daughter, she's hell bent on her first vehicle is not going to be one of those, and yet it's probably going to be one of those because she so doesn't want it. And we're kind of assholes about that stuff.
I did ask her, I think we talked about this last week, but I did ask her one day, I was like, so would you rather have a beater or a Bronco Sport? And she's like, a Bronco Sport. And I was like, see, you're just being a hater. Like, you get it honestly.
Yeah, I honestly think too, people have to drive them.
Yeah.
To get it, because I mean, I had to drive one to change my mind about it, because again, working at a dealer, I was mad that Big Bronco didn't come first. Just because we're like hyping all this up, like trying to get all of our customers excited for it. And the first thing off the hauler was an Outer Banks Bronco. And I'm like, cool. I also got to drive one because someone hit my truck. So.
Is that the red one that you drove? The rapid red that you had in your...
Oh, no, Bronco Sport. So, fun story.
Oh, full size is what I was thinking, not Bronco Sport.
Yeah, Bronco Sport. Because when that came off the hauler, it was the day before Christmas. No, it was Christmas Eve. I was supposed to be on my way from up north.
I thought you said holler. Sorry.
Oh, holler.
Not hauler.
Holla.
Holla. Sorry, go ahead.
But someone hit my truck, and I was supposed to be going up north, so I got to drive a Bronco Sport up north. I put like 800 miles on it. like during Christmas. I mean, it drove like a champ. I was very surprised. But yes, our very first Bronco was a Wild Track in Rapid Red.
That's crazy.
We did January 1st of 21. We reviewed.
Yeah.
I got to review
Bronco
one
Sport.
and drive it a little bit, and I enjoyed it for what it was. I
Area
wish
51.
I wish it had just a little more get up and go though. I think the thing is it felt kind of neutered to me, like it just didn't have.
Throw a tune on it, you'll be fine.
Oh sure, we can tune the world, it'll be fine. But I mean, I think 200 horsepower in that little thing should have been the kind of the baseline for it, and obviously the big one, leave it at 300, 315, or 330, whatever it is, and go from there. But I like I thought it set well. I thought the tech is okay. Why they put Sync 3 in that, just like the Maverick. I don't understand why they went Sync 3 with.
Oh, I understand. For the Maverick, 110%.
Well, it's a price point for one thing, and you don't want to give him completely everything that the trucks get, the full size trucks get, or then they have no reason to kind of go that route. But let's see. Pittsburgh Jim says his S250. Why was that? I'm thinking they're like 180s or something, right? What is the HP on that? Do you remember, Allie?
I thought it was hold on. I thought it was 200. Hold on.
I don't know why I'm thinking. I've got it in my head. I'm thinking 180s. I think Kelly's looking up
181 to 250.
Okay. Yeah, he has a first edition too. So he
has the balance.
Yeah. Which I thought that was cool when they launched that thing, that they did their own little first edition and that stuff. But ultimately though, it kind of like you were saying, Kelly, the launch of that thing, it was kind of confusing. Had they just waited, I know what in there's an excitement. It was easy fruit for them, low hanging fruit for them to do, because it's an escape with a body, a new body on it, basically. So not a lot to worry about, but I like it. And so I was looking up some lift kits for this thing. And
while you're pulling that up, Bronco 78 says Bronco Sport's a great vehicle for the target market. Ford wants to take all of Jeep's customers.
Well, and they're Jeep's doing away with the Cherokee again. They're but that shows that maybe there's not the customers. If Jeep's going away with the Cherokee, which they've made, it got a refresh. Is there an audience then? I know GM seems to throw everything they've got at that little segment with not the Traverse, but what do they call the little one? Your parents had one.
Enclave. They had the Buick Enclave.
No, but they had, your mom wanted the Chevy version, whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever.
But like GM's always throwing money, trying to refresh that thing, trying to make that segment work. And I just feel like that middle segment of, you need the little entry level hatchback cars. I get that. And it seemed like mid-sized trucks, mid-sized SUVs was the jump. And it seems like now they're trying to make this middle segment. And I feel like the Bronco Sport kind of lies in that segment. That does it work? I don't know. But so I know RTR is making a 1.3-inch lift for this thing, which would look lifted. No, but it would look lifted, definitely.
Hey, Nikki. Nikki just got here.
Hey, Bronco dude.
Let's see, and like a $200, you can get a little lift kit for this thing. I mean, that I would do it, because we can't.
Dude, people have been like lowering Maverick. It's the weirdest thing.
I do like that lowered Maverick, but that's part of my childhood. That thing brings back some good memories.
I would agree, TN Code Monkey. I like the Bronco Sport better than the Jeep Renegade.
Yeah, but I will say it's a little bigger than the Renegade.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I like the Renegade though, because I thought it was interesting looking. Now it's just a rebadged Fiat. I forget what model that was, but it completely just a rebadged vehicle, much like the Sport. But then when they took that thing to Moab, they took the little Jeep to Moab, and it sounded like a lawnmower going up everything. I was doing it, but it did it. And I think you could take a Sport up Hell's Revenge. I think you could take a lot of these things up these things, as long as the tires, touching ground, it will go. I mean, it's been proven that somebody took an old LTD up most of the trails of Moab, and that was a 2-wheel drive vehicle.
Yeah.
But no, Mobile, you're no longer in timeout. Just play nice, guys. We don't need to be picking on everybody. I will say, your buddy had some kind of rude comments in a video today, so he got an extra timeout. I for one though, I'm happy that Ford does it. I wish they would do their own unique colors. Make the Sport.
I know, but I mean, we've had this conversation a million times. Like, Ford's just never been one of doing like some of the crazy colors, and I think eventually they may try. But it's nothing they've ever really done before.
Well, the thing I've noticed with Ford, when they go out of their comfort zones, when they tend to fail. You know, like the navy pier that was on the first edition, that didn't go with anything but the blue vehicle. Like Rapid Red with that navy pier seat.
Like it's the same thing on the limited F-150. You can only get one interior, and that's it.
Right, but I think you give them a gray or a black interior, and they sell a shit ton of those vehicles. You start getting, you know, like even the limited edition when they're doing the Heritage, like the leather seats are okay. In the yellow, I think it works great. I don't know if the blue, the kind of robin's egg that kind of baseball glove leather would work for the blue colors.
I think it does.
It may. I'm thinking off the top of my head with that. But Ford, that's one thing they have to do, even with Bronco, man. I was looking at I was looking last night. I was driving our Bronco, and that light gray dash still kills me. The first edition dash, the darker color, I'm like, that's what should have been in this vehicle. And then to me, each trim didn't need its own damn color either. But why did you install a stolen radio?
So TJ Miller said he had a new Jeep Renegade and it was flashing on the dash that the radio was stolen. So wife traded it in on a Sport, and then the Sport got traded in on a big Bronco because he said I should do reviews on the amount of cars that I've had lately. It's obnoxious.
I don't know. I feel like we're about to one up you. But overall, so Allie, how are sales for now? I know you're Truck Central, kind of your audience is for your dealership, but I mean, are y'all? There was a time when I know the Sports were hard to get, and I know that time is gone, but is there still an audience for it?
I definitely think there is. Out of the people who look for them is honestly a lot of college girls. Is kind of what I'm noticing. And I don't know if Tim notices it any differently out where he's at, but I've seen a lot of guys get it for commuter vehicles. And I see a lot of college girls want them.
Let's see here. I want to pull up the numbers here real quick. I'm gonna bring these up so everybody can see. So this is just first quarter though, so we'll judge sparingly. But first quarter of 23. So they actually sold a few hundred more than they did the first quarter of 22. So sales did pick up 2.7% in the first quarter. I mean, at the end of the day, every quarter, if you can sell 30,000 vehicles, you've got a hit on your hand. You know?
Yeah.
I did that video today of the Nissan Titan where they sold in 6 months. I think they sold 12,000 Titans. Like that's where you don't survive. So, 29, 30,000. Yeah.
That's sad too.
Yeah. That's pretty good. And of course,
that's a pretty great truck.
Yeah. And you look at Bronco sold 32,000 the first quarter of this year, which that's not much more honestly than Sport. Now, is that still based upon
you're looking at two different plants?
No, but is it based upon that the Bronco is still kind of hard to get? Even though I think Allie's seen this where people that ordered in March or April, somewhere in there, are getting their vehicles now.
I'd be curious to see the second quarter numbers.
So it's funny, since March 27th orders.
She paused?
No, I think she's looking.
Oh,
11.
I think she did pause for a second.
No, but she was so still. Like I was like, now is.
I have delivered 11 Broncos from the March 27th order bank.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that's just me.
That's crazy.
Let me see.
I'll be curious to see the second quarter.
Should be.
I would think that they would have second quarter out already.
I mean, they are. I just was quickly going through. Damn it, they're stupid PDFs. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I can search there if you want. Bronco Sport is a hardtop only. Paul Elliott.
Awkward.
Well, and I was thinking this just a minute ago when we were talking about how GM is kind of pushing that small segment. So, well, I mean, if you think about it, okay, so I'm having two conversations with myself right now because I'm thinking out loud.
I'm like, where's this going?
Sorry, because I was thinking, are they? So there's two different conversations I'm having in my brain right now. One is, are the manufacturers pushing the smaller vehicles because they know that that's a more affordable market so they can sell more vehicles? Or here's the second conversation. Are they pushing the smaller vehicles because they impact the cafe numbers? Because they're better on mileage, they're better on all this stuff. So do you think, which one do you think it is, or could it be both?
I think it's both, honestly.
That's Argentina.
Yeah. Why Ford? Man, since everybody went away from monthly sales figures, it's made my life a living hell.
Type in Q2.
Yeah, I had it up there and it went away.
There it is.
All right. Let's see. Q2 there.
This is what I do all day. That's the only reason why I know it's searchable.
No, but it's not Ford.
I thought that very top one was.
They're a nightmare. Trust me.
That's an earnings call.
Freaking nightmare for this crap.
It's definitely a different market.
Yeah, so we only have a quarter one right now. Anyways, but I think sales are good for the thing. So Allie, you were saying it's college girls you think are buying these things?
It's a lot of college girls, and like the guys that are buying them for commuter vehicles.
Really?
I mean, the gas mileage isn't horrible in them. I mean, I had one guy averaging 32 with his.
Wow.
My full-size Bronco is never going to get there.
He also babies the crap out of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he even told me. But it's... Oh, and Laura has a really good point, too.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
When Ford got away with their cars,
it's true.
that is their... You look at like a Maverick is kind of your entry-level car now, and not that I guess Bronco Sport is an entry-level car-ish. They're about the same size, but it's a little bit bigger. Maybe you can see that.
Texan, his daughter gets 34
in her Sport. That's crazy. Well, Flatland, Texas down there. That's probably great.
There you go. TJ Miller, you get 30 with theirs.
So I know we get, when I drive,
15 on a good day.
I get 18 with mine. 18.
When I drive, we get about 15. When Dave drives, we get about 16 and a half.
The new tires do not help that though.
No, they don't.
We have done better when we kept the shitty Wranglers that they put on there, but then you can throw rocks at people.
I saw in one of our local groups, somebody posted, and because I'm an expert in one of those groups, they're like, this person has not had any comments on their post. You should comment. So I was like, okay. So I look at it. She's trying to sell her stock tires. She's like, very few miles on it, but doesn't say how much, where they are. And it's like Middle Tennessee, something.
We just talked about this.
No. But I searched her page to make sure she was legit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, so I commented, it was like location and cost. And she's like, 2,500. And I was like, not gonna happen. Nope. Like it was including the rims, but still 2,500 for, I can put brand new tires on for 2,500.
The wheels includes the wheels.
Yeah, whatever. Wheels
sound like a redneck around here. I got these rims.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if I would trade a big Bronco for a baby Bronco.
What?
You did. Guy traded a 22 out.
I mean, I get that. If you're,
especially a wild track.
Yeah, it's a big heavy vehicle. Yeah, you're getting probably, even if you're babying that, we got what, 20 maybe going to Florida that time in the Bronco.
Yeah.
Before we modified any part of it.
Before we put we had the bumper on there, I think. No, we went down to get the bumper.
No.
Different trip.
Yeah, when we first got
so we were still pretty stock.
Yeah, in December that year we
might have had wheel spacers, but I think that's it. We didn't even have wheel spacers.
Completely left alone.
Okay.
Has anyone seen Matt Porter's Bronco? There's a reason you're getting 10
Matt, come on.
per gallon.
I think Matt's on 40s now.
Is that recalculated or your truck's calculation too?
But I think ultimately we'll kind of wrap this up about the Bronco Sport. I think there's a fun purpose for it, and I would build one. I think we could have a blast at Windrock with it, with expectations of, hey, we're not, you see a rock about that tall.
I would take it on the stock stuff that I would have taken the stock.
The service roads?
No, I would have taken our stock Xteras on our events and stuff like that.
Hell, I don't even know if you'd take it to the windmills anymore.
Yeah, the windmills are I don't know that it would clear it.
Right? All the little steps you got to go down to those now.
And then get up it.
But Ford, please give us some fun colors. Do something besides a $45,000 Heritage Edition. Do an entry level, like a fun color. Here's like a what was the splash version that they did on the Rangers and stuff. Do something like that. Give us some color
we haven't
options.
even got one of those yet. I don't even know what that is.
Did you ever get the last version of this, like the 19s or 20s or whatever? Like when they first, I never saw one on the road.
No.
Yeah, completely wasted. I don't even recall the splash being popular in the last generation Ranger. So
yeah, I don't even know.
But Allie, if you had mid $30,000 and you needed a dependable daily vehicle, would you choose one?
Yeah.
Or is there another Ford product that you would spend your mid 30s for?
I would also put $30K down on a Raptor, but
no, $30K buys the vehicle. That's what I'm saying.
Buys the vehicle.
Not a salvage title Raptor.
Ouch. I honestly, so I'm torn. I would either get a Bronco or a Ranger.
Okay.
Those are my two.
And you could get mid 30s. You could get a base Bronco for that. But they're over now. Two-door's over 30 now, which is, we're going to do a show on that coming up, because even we know 24s are coming, and they'll around mid-August. I know they're going to start releasing some information on the changes, but once we see the price, you're going to see the damn things go up. So ours was 54 MSRP, which I'm assuming our version of a 23 would be 57, 58 now,
at least.
So getting crazy, man. And then Jeep drops the I don't know if you've paid attention, Allie, but Jeep drops the what is it, the X version? I know you haven't followed this, but now you can't just get a Rubicon. If you want a Rubicon with all the powered seats and crap, now it's a Rubicon X, and you're $65,000 to $70,000 now for a Rubicon Jeep if you want some nice features in it. Ridiculous.
Bless you. I was waiting for somebody to say something.
He was embarrassed, dude. He kind of looked up like, I know you're on stream. All right, where we at? Well, so let's get into that news. So we do have a little bit of a Ranger news.
Are we sharing that news?
No, wait, I'm not.
No, I'm asking. Are we allowed to share?
No.
I
don't know. So
they do for 19. They do for 23. They do not for 24.
Yes, which people, trust me, on when we did the press event for that was the number one comment people were so mad about. Where's the trimmer? And you're like, look, dude, they brought 3, an XL, XLT, and a Lariat out. And well, I mean, I guess 4, including a Raptor, but that's kind of its own thing. Give them a minute, let them get production going. Like, people were mad about that. Where's the trimmer? I've seen trimmers testing. Ford authorities had some photos of the trimmer version testing. It's just, I think you're going to see by the end of the years when they go, hey, for mid 24, late summer 24 is when you can start ordering some of these other options. But
yeah, that's the thing. They have F-150 trimmer. They have Super Duty trimmer. It's only a matter of time. Let Ford just get the first year out.
Yeah. And the one thing I don't like, though, that they do is it's a trimmer package. Just call it a Ranger trimmer. If they do that, make it simple. Don't complicate it. That's one problem I have with like the FX package. Like, it just gets complicated, man. Like,
FX package is only skid plates and a sticker.
I thought on Ranger it came with a rear locker, maybe.
Yeah, there was something it came with that I was surprised with. Let me look at my notes.
For the 24s.
Yeah.
I haven't done that many 24s, to be honest.
Let me look at
I don't
it.
think a lot of people have.
I've done
I know Tim.
I've done 3 Ranger Raptors, and that's about it.
1, 2.
Technically 4.
So technically, you've done 4.
Technically 4.
How is the demand since you've had 4 now? I mean, are you starting to see now that people are kind of aware of that vehicle that, oh, I need that?
Yeah, I have a lot of people asking about it, but they don't want to wait for it. So it's like I keep telling people, I'm like, it is going to be, I think they're going to do a batch of them. And then that'll be for like late 24. Because I guarantee you these are going to be held just like Mustang is.
Yeah.
And
we've got a potential UAW strike coming.
Yep.
I think that happens. Now, how long does that happen? I don't know, but there's a potential strike coming.
Oh, for sure. I see it happening. I think it's just when is it going to happen now?
Yeah. Well, I think it's all late August, September maybe is when that might happen. The contracts are up.
See, I really don't think the Ranger Raptors are that badly priced because, like, what I want in an XLT F-150, like, you're looking at 65 plus.
For an XLT?
Yeah.
Wow. That's nuts, man.
Our average XLT is 65.
Where did my XLT I bought in 97 cost me 17 or 18 grand?
First F-150 that I bought from the dealer was 48.
Damn.
That was actually 8 years ago because I started 8 years ago today.
When she was 18 years old.
That's right.
I wish.
Allie was 12 years old. And well, congratulations on 8 years.
I have gray hair to show for it.
I was going to say 8 stressful years, I'm sure. It's opened doors for you, but I'm sure it's been stressful doors.
I will say I am very thankful for the doors it has opened and the people I've met. Because, like, without it, I wouldn't have met a lot of the people, so.
Well, our son's in here. What's up, Jason boy? So damn, that strikes me funny, XLT. No, I think we've talked privately about this, and I don't mind sharing this. I think if you don't get a early Ranger Raptor, I think you're effed. Like I think
they're gonna jack them like they did Bronco Raptor. I absolutely do.
Yeah. Like you said a couple weeks ago, what you priced one out now or Bronco Raptor, and you were what, 80s?
No, 96.
96,000 for one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that's going to happen with the Ranger. I think demand. I think Ford only looks at, Ford says they don't like when dealers. Oh, I talked to a dealer today, and they're like, yeah, we're charging $20,000 extra for a Ranger Raptor. And I think when Ford sees that, they're just like that meme with that dude coming around the tree, just like, people pay that. Guess what's going to happen?
Ford for sure.
We're not letting dealers have that.
You're using the same parts. There's no way that they're not keeping it all for profit.
Yeah. Oh, toy time.
Maya brought her favorite possum.
Hi, Maya. At least it's not a real possum.
Hate this toy. Literally,
at least it's not a real possum.
It is the creepiest. Give it to me. Okay.
But I do. So I think we priced our Ranger Raptor out at 56. I guarantee you next year that same one is 60, and then I think it's 65.
This is how creepy this thing is.
You bought it, though. Is the problem?
I did not. It came in our bark box.
Oh, okay.
Well, you spoil your girl with the bark box. Just saying.
Do. My dog gets her own subscription box. Everybody.
Doesn't surprise me.
Well, we get Netflix. Dogs get subscription boxes, I guess. But Allie, I mean, what would you say they jump next year? 5K at least?
I was gonna say 8.
Yeah, I mean, you would know better than us on that. And
yeah, there's no reason. Ford surprises us with everything. So.
Well, but if they're getting, I know Bronco Raptor, you're getting 37-inch tires. But past that, you're not really getting a ton of extra. You're getting the nearly identical suspension on the vehicle. So you can't say, well, it's a better suspension on one or the other. No. The only bummer to Bronco or Ranger Raptor is 33-inch tires. That would be the only complaint I have on it.
Yeah.
But when you stand next to it with 33-inch tires, it's still like a full size truck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
it's
is. It's super tall.
still very beefy. I had one of my customers bring up a Ranger Raptor. He like sent a picture from his driveway and he goes, "Look what I got." And I'm like, "And you're not coming up here?" He's like, "I'll be there in 20." Like that.
Is that that silver one? Yeah.
Like, yeah, carbonized gray. It was really funny.
And what was you've not got to really, I know you've seen some running around town. Was that the first time you kind of getting to check one out in person? In person on a road that's not somewhere else?
Yes.
On a road.
Yes. I got to ride in one. That was cool.
Nice. Well, that's more than I've got. Well,
Yeah.
I could have.
You could
So
have.
I got to ride in one, and we were racing an F-150, and it was hilarious. Because
Really?
even at the end of it, the one guy is like going like this. And we did beat him, by the way. And I think he had a 5.0 from what it sounded like. Yeah.
That's one thing I'm definitely going to be interested in when we get ours is we'll have come from, at that time, hopefully come from the V8 Mustang. So the V8 torque and all that. But after driving the Bronco Raptor in the desert, like I didn't feel like it still was like slam you back torquey, but once it got going, it goes, man. There was definitely that. So I'm excited to see with the truck. The truck should be just a little bit lighter. Will it get up and go? We have a good friends that have a Gen 1. And the Gen 1's like my Bronco outruns that Gen 1. It's ridiculous how, like, maybe not from the get-go. I don't know if we got him on takeoff or we could, but definitely at rolling, we just go right by him. So I'm definitely excited by that. TJ Miller says Bronco Raptor prices are stupid. Well, the problem is people keep paying those stupid prices, man. And I'm telling you, like I said earlier, Ford sees people overpaying for these things. They're not going to lower prices.
Ford took that and ran for sure.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. In 2 years, it's over $100,000. And things that I know are coming, it may be over $100,000. So,
yeah.
Which y'all, what was that? August 11th, there'll be a video drop.
Yep.
So August 11th, there'll be a video drop.
Stay tuned. We can't talk about it, but that's all. That's all we can tell you.
It's Ford was listening, though. We'll say that. What do we got here? Flo says, I'm trying to find out.
Ford does listen. Like,
yes.
You don't think Ford is listening? Like, they have people taking notes.
Oh, yeah.
Flo wants the 37s. Is that what he's saying?
He wants the Raptor tires and wheels.
Cool. You're paying $3,000.
The 37s would be $3,000, let alone wheels and.
Well, he works at a dealer unless he doesn't get a discount. At least on the Ford Performance part.
So I will say, so there was one thing that we kind of talked about a little bit when we were at Raptor Assault Driving School or whatever you want to call it.
Don't be jealous.
Because I see it over here. People are talking about Raptor Assault. I guess that's Ranger, but so Raptor Off Rodeo was that after spending some time in a Raptor, we could see the benefits of owning a Raptor, for one. For two, we noticed that it sounded a lot like my Bronco with the AWE exhaust.
100%. Yeah. And I think you learned to appreciate that exhaust a little bit better then too, didn't you?
It doesn't give me any incentive other than sound.
It's all the Bronco Raptor one does.
There's rain coming and our truck is open.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Everything's fine.
See, it'd be fine.
It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
So Mustang, Kelly.
Yeah.
How excited are you? So let's get into this a little bit because I know you're always wanted a Mustang.
Uh-huh.
So you've been kind of excited when I told you, obviously, hey, let's just order one.
Yep.
You were kind of excited by that. Clearly the wallet wasn't excited by that because we just got rid of the Gladiator.
No, but it has been, our bank account has been nice since we've not been paying a Gladiator payment.
Yeah.
So that's been nice.
Except this one's going to be about $350, $400 more a month.
Yeah, we're not. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it yet. We're not there yet.
But has this been the buildup for this vehicle? Has it been like Bronco was for you?
No.
Well, so Bronco was my thing, and
Yeah.
you jumped into it late, so you kind of were mid-cycle of the excitement when that happened. So this is a completely new experience for you.
Yeah, so I think because this one has happened so much quicker,
Mhm.
like everything has happened so much quicker, there's not been as much, like we know it's built and it's sitting. Like, so for me, it's like the unknown.
According to Allie, sitting in a pond.
Oh, yeah. But like, I mean, the unknown of when we go get it is just like, okay, we're gonna book a flight and fly up there. So it's like, it's not.
Should I pull that up? I'll pull that up.
Feel free. But so for me, so like I'm excited about it, so we don't have to fight over the Bronco because we only have one vehicle right now. So that's nice. I am excited about the takeoff and doing everything with it. I'm excited to drive it, but I'm not like, I think for me too, the financial part of it, knowing that we're going to be paying another car payment again and adding it to our insurance again.
2 months.
I'm just saying, there's still that time frame.
Wait, are you still in a pond?
Paying the car payment.
You're still in a pond. Hold on.
We're still in a pond.
Damn it.
How do I do this? I don't know how to do it.
Present. Down there where it says present. Share screen. It might be because I have a screen.
Present, yeah.
Let me stop sharing the screen. There you go.
Okay, see if you can click on present.
Sorry, Allie's learning how to produce a show suddenly. Oh wait, go put that back while she's doing it. So I know they tested V8 Broncos. I was
floating around.
I might have heard that there was a couple V8 Broncos 6 gens running around. I did ask Ford Performance about that. I asked Ford Performance, was there a chance that they might do a Bronco Raptor R? And Ford Performance turned around and walked away. So we'll leave it at that. All right.
We cannot talk about potential future products.
Yes. So there is our Mustang. It's
in a lake, pond.
Yeah.
Something.
Hold on. Let me actually ping it.
Now it's out of a pond.
It's in a parking lot in Dearborn.
Yep. So it has moved. So people are asking.
And those are not live pictures, folks.
No, people had asked.
It's probably a full parking lot of Mustangs right now.
Yeah.
It moved from Flat Rock to
Dearborn.
Well, so I took shit about that in this stupid ass Mustang forum. Some guys like, I said, yeah, it's across from the airport. Well, that's not Dearborn. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, I do not fucking live there. This dude was like really wanting to, you know how forums are. This guy picked the wrong battle of like, I picked the wrong zip code. I was like, Jesus, man, who freaking cares? It's in a parking lot. I have heard though that what is our, let's see.
It's waiting on a truck mobile.
So 7:31.
They've got them all staged there.
7:31 is the potential,
which is Friday.
That's the thing. I think what they did is all of them that were done and like they don't need anything, period. They shipped them all to Dearborn and they'll get picked up at Dearborn.
Well, there's a couple spots because the Mustang forum that I'm in, they're in a couple different holding areas. But yes, definitely what you're talking about.
Sure as shit better not be doing burnouts in my car, because I'll be honest, like it's funny because we have it in the app and it's getting real though when you do look in the app and you see the picture of what your Bronco or your Mustang is supposed to look like, and you have two vehicles in there now.
Sorry. Oh, Allie was changing that. Go ahead, Allie.
We've had awful hail. We're not going to talk about that.
No, there was. So that was that, dude. So these people,
it's been bad.
I've never seen like Bronco people were bad, but Mustang people, far as like not getting their car, like they're fighting with each other, and it's like, look, technically it's not your car. No, that's my car, and Ford's leaving it outside, and you're like,
no shit. We're doing it on purpose just to make you mad. Actually,
mine's gonna be outside. Like, oh darn,
it'll be under a tree.
I did find it though. There were some Bronco people that were like, there's squirrels. I was like, oh
nesting.
my God. Yes, they're nesting in the vehicle. Can I have that right back?
I was trying to go over here since you weren't doing anything over there.
Hold on,
We've
wait.
not had a very good couple weeks, folks.
So wait, this is fun now. Hold on. This is the hailstorm we just had.
Where?
Softball size
Oh.
hail. Tennis ball size hail.
Yeah.
600 cars are damaged. Everything's fine. That was actually like 20 miles north of me.
So what happens with that if the event if they are damaged at the plant before
it just
they get on a truck?
It just gets held there. We won't get them until they're fixed.
Well,
And
it's like Mitchell said.
even if we do get them, so like if damaged ones do get shipped to the dealer, we have 24 hours to claim damage, and Ford still pays for it.
Well, it's like Mitchell said. He talked to us on last time he was on the show. His dealership will repair those, and technically, and I know these guys in this Mustang group are all flipping out about this because they're like, "Oh, my car is going to have hail damage," and it's like, well, they're not going to deliver it to you for one, or you can't pick it up, and two, guess what? The dealerships can fix those, and they do not have to report that till that vehicle gets its first bill of sale. They do not have to report it.
No, after X amount of dollars, you have to.
It's kind of not what Mitchell was saying. I don't know either way. I'm just
after X amount of dollars, you have to. And Mobile Moto, it was in Davidson. Look it up.
Bronco 78 wants to know, Kelly, when you get your Mustang, will Dave finally get to use the Bronco?
No.
I even knew that answer.
Like, she'll have both sets of keys.
So
Like,
I
I need to go to town.
Always both have both sets of keys.
I need to go to town. Can I have the keys?
You have one. I have one in my purse.
So I actually asked my manager what happens in the case of like hail and stuff to a dealer, and he said that it's only happened once, and the insurance company comes out with these big lights, and you have to use painter's tape, and you mark every single dent on the car. Hard pass.
Yeah.
No thank you.
And I would be honest, if it came in that way, we just wouldn't pick it up. I mean, I wouldn't reorder. It would just be wasn't meant to be kind of thing. Because the odds of getting back in,
we'd hate it for Allie and her dealership, but
yeah. Well, we got 17 Bronco Raptors we're trying to get, you know. I mean, just one.
I'm okay with 17.
Bronco 78 said, "Are we placing bets on how many miles your Mustang will have on it when it gets to the dealership?"
I can tell you how many it's on it right now.
Can you really?
I will say I did try to activate through the Ford Pass app, and it said, "Wait until you take delivery. You cannot do it." And I was like, "Damn it!"
Yeah, because they got it in your account. They got to back end it. Yeah, Kelly's trying to remote start the damn thing.
I was not trying to remote start. I was trying to activate the car.
She was trying to do that burnout function where you
not
or the rev function.
No.
6.21.
Damn it! Oh wait, what's our statuses here? All right, so this is interesting stuff here.
Tire pressure on 7.
Fuel level, we've got 18 miles left. Damn it, Ford, come on.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have no gas when it comes in.
No, I
but
gas when it comes home.
But they charge us $50 per car, which is BS because we get 0 miles till empty.
I know. I've seen that on the bill of sales and stuff.
It's annoying.
The fuel charge,
the $75 fuel charge we see.
Yeah. Let's see. So what's interesting there, Kelly? We got 6.21 miles.
Low fuel percentage, and then there's battery state at 75%. And then your modem version.
Is there anything else we can see in that, Allie?
No.
That's it.
Well.
Still kind of interesting though that you guys now. I mean, back in the day when I would have wanted to order a car in the 90s, you would have been like, "Well, it gets here. I don't know what happens."
Before Bronco, it gets here when it gets here.
Right. Now it's like, I think we could somehow find my Raptor before it's even built. You're like, "Hey, it's showing low paint."
I'm telling you, it's here.
um,
Yeah.
well, you guys think we bug Allie on the stream? I bug the piss out of Allie about all these because I'll see shit on this forum and it'll piss me off, and I'm like, Allie, is this right? Like they're saying this, and Allie's just like, shut the fuck up, please.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, and I tell her, don't worry, I'll kill him tonight.
Yeah, there was one day, I can't remember. Oh no, I was in the middle of like 4 deliveries. And I kept seeing the chat go. And I'm like, Dave, shut the F up.
He did, or she did. Yep.
I'm
Sure
like,
did.
I'm busy. I'm doing this. I'm
I was like,
I have
Dave,
an
she's trying to
emergency
sell
on my
vehicles in
hands.
her
I'm
beat.
like, I'll deal with you later.
Yep. TJ Miller says I died a little inside when I removed my Bronco from the Ford app.
Well, he sold his, didn't he?
I would
Waited forever to get it.
Andrew Ramirez says, will the Everest ever come to the U.S.? I heard rumors about it, which would be awesome. Then Ford can kill the Explorer, make the Everest the Explorer.
The problem I have with that is Explorer has such a heritage now with the brand. It's been around here for 30. No, but it's been around for 30 years. It's not
I
like
get that, but it's time. I mean, it's time to change. I will be very surprised if we don't see Everest with how much they're testing it right now.
Well, I do know that Mike Levine teased it. He did tease it when he teased the Raptor. No, this was just in HQ, but there was no reason for him to show that. I do think I think they wanted to see the reaction.
Purpose.
But I love the interior of that vehicle. It's very nice. It's a body on frame, the same chassis as Bronco now. It's I think the T6 platform. I would love to see that, and don't call it the Explorer, just call it the Everest. It always pisses me off when they're like, well, this name won't work for the U.S. market. You're like, everybody knows what Everest is. Like,
so here's the thing: Ford's SUVs all start with E. Escape minus Bronco Sport because they're making their own family, just like Jeep has their own family. You have let's kick it back to last year. You have EcoSport, Escort. You have Escape. You have Edge, you have Explorer, and you have Expedition. I guarantee you they're going to kick out Explorer, or Edge is going away. They could just put Everest in there.
I could see Edge going away.
No, it is going away.
Yeah.
It's official.
That's the one I was thinking about when you were talking about the Escape. It was that one I was thinking about. No, it would fit well. The only problem is the stupid
Explorers
cafe.
are slipping in sales.
I don't know that the Ragnarcon. I don't know that Ford's ever been in that segment, the leader in sales. I want to say GM's always kind of owned that little segment, much like the full size segment. GM's always owned that too.
True story.
That took me a minute. I'm like, huh? Edge is dead, sadly. I honestly like the Edge. I really do. It does really good in the snow. It does. It's decent on gas. It's comfortable.
I'm thinking of.
But
you can get an ST version, right?
Electric and then come in. What?
And you can get an ST version too, right? Or you could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun. But it was what was that long thing they used to make that Luke had?
Flex.
Excursion.
Flex. No, the Flex. I love the Flex. It just looked too long, but I always loved the Flex.
And it was a sleeper.
Toaster.
Yeah, but that thing would fly. You could.
No, that's the thing. No, they're very comfortable for sure.
Did you sell many of those?
Yeah.
Really?
I hated it.
Why?
I hated the look of it because so when you go in, you have to take tests through the STAR system and you have to get certified to be a sales consultant. I did the Flex last because I hated it until I drove it. And then I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, this is actually really comfortable.
That's funny. That would be Monday, 31st.
See? Yeah, people still actually really want the Flex. I had all my Flex customers buy theirs out.
It's a third row, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we had a buddy that he took his to the drag strip and was outrunning things it shouldn't have outran.
Yeah. Lifestyle off-road.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he had it tuned. I forget how much boost he had in it, but yeah, the thing was he was embarrassing people in it.
Yeah.
No, the Flex really sold well in Michigan, like our area, in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, parts of
I saw.
Kentucky, and parts of Tennessee.
I would see
Everywhere
them here.
else, it did awful.
Yeah, I would see them here, but I wouldn't say I saw a ton of them here.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got going on in the chat there. Drive-in movie car, Laura says.
There's been a lot.
I don't want to know what your drive-in movies pertain to, Laura. Was a Taurus wagon. Yeah, no, but I always like the Taurus wagon too, though. The one from Christmas Vacation, that style, I love that ugly thing, man.
I love that movie.
You can't have them crash. I mean, you break a screen in that thing, and
Oh my lord.
I just had to put that one up because it was funny.
hopefully you guys like if we switch this show to more Ford in general talk. Hopefully you guys enjoy that, and that's up to y'all.
Dude,
What I'm doing.
what are you doing?
And let us know in the comments if you guys would like more just regular Ford talk. Because I'll be honest, it's getting harder to find news for just Bronco. Like,
I mean, we'll still
to-
talk Bronco if there's Bronco
Obviously.
news to talk about, obviously.
I feel like the next couple of months we'll get a little bit more Bronco news. Because you have to think F-150 interior change
well, it's
is like
changing.
every 3 years.
Well, it's getting a new body
hmm
or refresh, a light refresh, anyways.
So yeah, I guess I should say refresh every 3 years. Every 6 years you have like your drastic change. Where we're coming up on 3 years on Bronco, which is crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I feel like this shit started yesterday.
Well, there was something on Bronco 6G a while back. It's been probably a year ago now, where somebody had kind of leaked what Ford's schedule was for that. I think by 28, it was supposed to be the next version of the Bronco. So they might do 4 years on that one. But still, we know changes are coming.
Mhm.
Some that we already know about.
What?
Can't say.
What?
Anyways,
I don't think my mic's working.
do what?
Do what?
I'm like, I don't think my mic's working. I'm just kidding.
Oh, let's see. So we got a poll up here, Kelly, and you want to read what the poll is? Guys, go ahead and vote in this poll.
Is the Bronco Sport a real Bronco? 100%? I mean, it's labeled a Bronco. Nope.
So we'll give you another minute to vote. We got 75 votes in it now if you haven't yet. And if you haven't yet, also smash the like button for me. It just helps the algorithm here on stupid YouTube do its thing.
What did I talk about before the show?
We talked about a lot of shit, girl. I don't know. Wanting a hybrid Bronco. I'm torn on too. So
I think it's coming.
Well, so I did a story where Jeep is forcing customers in certain states that deal with California, Jeep's requiring you can only buy their hybrid Wranglers, the 4xEs. That's all you can. You can special order a regular gas powered, but you can only order for dealer stock that. So I can see that coming with Ford. But I will say this: I think Ford right now is getting a little scared of EV. I think you could only have to look at F-150 sales or for Lightning or damn near they're not selling. Now, I think Ford was quick to get something out and there was an excitement with it, but I think that excitement's gone. That thing has to, if Ford going to refresh the big truck, that thing's going to have a refresh. And we do know, I think by 25, I think the next gen Lightning comes out. But they're spending a ton of money.
We've barely gotten our first Lightning out.
Really? We were told dealers around here are not like sitting on lots.
Hi, son. Thanks for joining.
Yes.
Because they're sitting on the lots because 90% of them have a stop sale recall for the light bar.
No, but they're sitting on because of price.
Well, yeah, and they all just dropped 10 grand too.
Well, and that's the bummer with EVs too, is that the commodity is it's a flux. It's like crypto. Like it's the lithium prices are just all over the map. And Ford, they're supposedly, and I don't believe this, losing $25,000 per Lightning. They don't stay in business if they're losing that much money on a truck. Now, the batteries are the most expensive part of that. But, you know, the 4 price increases in a year and a half, then they just dropped at 10. People aren't going to, they're going to lose interest in a vehicle. If it constantly changes prices up and down, they're going to lose interest in that vehicle. But I think Ford right now is getting a little nervous with EV. Mustang's not selling. The Mach-E is not selling very well. Initially, people came out of the gate, you know, perfect timing with COVID. They dropped that vehicle. People had a lot of time to sit there and dream about that vehicle. They bought it. We've experienced EV now a little bit. It's a little nerve wracking. It's great. It drives great.
Change is always going to be that too, though. I mean, part of it is that,
but I think that
it's a different way of life for sure.
A true hybrid, I would be game for Ford adding to Bronco, but a plug-in hybrid, and I've lost interest. And I know why they do plug-ins, because that's how you get the credit, the state and federal tax credit. That has to be plug-in. So
yeah, but now they're making it at price point that a lot of these vehicles are not going to be getting that tax credit.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is they just raised the price for, if it's $7,500 credit, that vehicle, Ford and them just raised the price of it $7,500, and you're not really getting the bargain that you thought you were getting.
Yeah, we've got a friend of ours that just got a Rivian SUV, and I'm actually kind of excited to look at it.
You're a Rivian girl, man.
I don't know why.
I'm not gonna lie, I want you to take pictures of that because I am excited to see it. Like,
oh, don't worry.
I saw the SUV on the road the other day. It's a sharp looking car. I mean, I think Rivian did a fantastic job.
They did just enough to futuristic looking that, but not crazy looking.
And they didn't take it to be a tiny thing either, because that's what a lot of companies are doing, is taking it super tiny instead of like making it a big SUV like we're used to, like a Expedition. Like, people need an Expedition for a reason. Like, they need it for their kid, toting their kids and all this other stuff. And
Valley Dude, that was a Frontier or a Titan, not a Tundra. But thank you, sir. Thank you for that support.
They all start with T's. It's fine.
It's all right. They're all imports that aren't selling very well. Yeah, the Titan looks to be dead. But I have reported on that for a year and a half now, so I wouldn't.
And lots of people have come out and said it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. Oh no, there was God, I can't think of that Ben, whatever his name is, on YouTube here. He's talking about the 24s, how they're going to do the Warrior and all this stuff, and got 100,000 views on it. And I'm like, there was nothing about that video accurate at all. But I guess if I just lie about everything in a video, I can get a lot of views.
Yeah.
Anyways, but then I don't get access to the vehicles.
That's true.
It's catch-22. But I thought, thank you for that. So hybrid, where would you be with it? How would you, a hybrid Bronco? I know a hybrid Ranger's coming, because you can see, Allie, you haven't really got to experience the new Ranger just yet, but if you look under the rear seats, there's a hole there just for a battery pack. It's just, you can see it made for a battery pack, and that's
common.
So that platform's going to get it. And somebody commented earlier that there's the EV Explorer for Europe.
Yeah.
That might be, they might take that Explorer name and just, for Ford Blue, switch that over to just EVs. You know, I think Nissan's going to do that with the Maxima. I think it's about to just go completely EV. So brands can do that with their kind of historic nameplates.
Yeah.
And then bring Everest in. That would be pretty exciting.
I mean, I don't have a problem with a hybrid. Like, I don't have a problem with a hybrid where I still have my gas engine. I still have my ability. Like, I like the idea of regenerative braking, those types of things. So you're like charging while you're going type of thing. But I do not like the idea of a straight up entirely EV vehicle. I know that's a double entendre. EV. I'm not comfortable with that. The infrastructure isn't there. Like, we saw that after having the Nissan Ariya
for a week.
Like, and we only had it for a week, and we didn't drive it that much. And like, we saw that the infrastructure was not ready for it.
In our town. And
our town is not ready.
And we're somewhat more ready than other towns, because Nissan being here and Nissan having EVs, they have strategically set up charging areas, but not what you would need.
No, like in the infotainment system, it would say find your EVs or find your charging station, and the closest one was 25 miles away in the infotainment system. So like for us, that does not make sense. And I know there's others that are in the area and things like that, but for us, EV doesn't work in our town quite yet. And
so Laura had said Rivians, if left stranded, there is no roadside assistance. There is roadside assistance now. They didn't at first, but now there is.
And I'll be honest, I've been doing a lot of job hunting, and I've got a couple friends that are job hunting. One friend is in Virginia, and they are actually doing a lot in Virginia right now, and there are tons of jobs out there. Rivian is hiring like so many people.
Well, so they're opening up a plant in Georgia for that, for a cheaper version. And I know Bronco 78 says lots of people here in Georgia are having serious problems with Rivian. I will say they had a issue with their batteries ghost draining. Like 2 days it was almost dead.
Ooh.
Like it was a weird, I don't know if that, because I don't cover them or track them very well, I don't know if they ever got that issue fixed, but yeah, but they're also completely new tech. I kind of give them first couple years, I'm going to give them a little bit of, if this was Ford, Chevrolet, or somebody like that, I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt as much. Your lease is going to be shorter. Rivian's a brand new company. I'm going to give them slight longer leash. And plus, they're doing definitely some testing with these Amazon vans.
Oh yeah.
Those are reporting back to Rivian about, usage, how to program that vehicle to be less or more efficient. So that might be a plus for them.
Interesting.
What's up?
Laura said that I don't think it's over here yet. Laura said I got a guy who works for Rivian priced a Mach-E for his wife. He liked it much better, he said. That's interesting.
I think
but Rivian doesn't have cars yet, right?
They're not going to do cars.
So I mean, you're comparing two different platforms.
I will say, out of all the EVs, man, their interiors are just freaking clean.
Yeah,
like the wood.
Oh, they are for sure.
It just looks.
They're well thought out.
It looks very kind of professional looking. You know? Where the Mach-E's and some of those, a lot of plastics, and I know the Rivian has plastics too, and they hide it. Seem like they hide it better than maybe the Ford, because Ford knows, hey, this is what our customers like. This is what they're used to. Let's not freak them out. Much like the Lightning, they didn't want to freak anybody out. That's why Lightning came out looking like a F-150. It didn't look like some futuristic crazy thing.
TN Code Monkey says there was a Ford dealer here in Tennessee that the Lightning was for $95K. Now it's sitting on their lot and they can't sell it for $63.
63, I would be interested.
No.
Valley dude, the F-150 hybrid sells way better than the Explorer hybrid. For sure. Hands down.
What is this one not updated?
That's
why
I'm looking at it.
Mine's going really slow. I'm just reading the chat from YouTube.
It's that some of the comments, I don't know why it's saying some of the comments won't pop into the software for some reason. That's why we can't share them over here. Mobile says every Mach-E I see induces the gag reflex. I will say there's a Hyundai. I don't know what Hyundai SUV it is, but every time I see the back of it, it reminds me of the stupid Mach-E. And it came out before the Mach-E, but it has those Ford kind of taillights. Every time I see one of those, I was like, is that a Mach? Oh, no, that's not a Hyundai.
I actually did not mind the Mach-E when I saw it in person. And I'm a Mustang girl.
I don't dislike them. The only thing they should have done is just called it a Mach-E.
Oh, I agree.
Don't call it a Mustang.
I know.
And the only reason they do that is there's brand awareness. You don't have to sell customers. It doesn't freak. Ford and GM are very smart about, we have an old customer base. We can't just throw some brand new something out there. They'll freak out and never buy it. So they put these heritage names with it, pluck them out there, put them in there. And but I think if they would have just called it a Mach-E, it would have still been fine. And I do think at some point they dropped Mustang from that.
Yeah, I did a crappy walk around of the Mach-E at SEMA that we never did anything with. So,
well, that's right, we did, but we didn't know much about it at the time either. I think
no, but I did a crappy walk around of it.
But it was it was a nice vehicle.
Yeah.
I won't say it's garbage.
No, I'm saying my content was crap.
Oh,
was crappy.
Well, you did one on the Infinity too that you liked. You're all excited by the QX80. Think we ever released that either.
I was at the Chicago Auto
Show. Sorry, just dawned on me. Let's see the Santa
we
Fe.
never did release that. I did a decent walk around on that one too.
So maybe we did it on NNP. I don't know. Have to look. Haven't looked over there in a while. Let's see.
Sorry, we've got from the vault.
Yeah. Let's see. So
footage.
For some reason, our chat over here is not.
No, it's like not loading.
Yeah.
Yes, they're gonna look over there.
Let's see. So where was it? Not that.
Mobile says, I've owned 4 Mustangs. It is not a Mustang.
Yeah. Valley Dude
They
5000
don't
says,
claim it to be a Mustang either.
it says Mustang in the name of it.
They did when it first came out.
The Mach-E?
Yeah, all of our training and stuff, it's all very separate.
Oh. Let's see. Where was that? Valley Dude 5000 says inside the Tesla, it looks like it looks cheap with a big iPad. I think they're going for that very minimalist approach. I think Rivian, if Rivian merges between, I will say what maybe the domestic brands do, and in between Tesla, they found a middle ground to kind of.
Oh, and the poll.
Oh, sorry.
No, I just happened to think about it because we always forget to end the poll.
All right, we got 79 votes, and so it's in this poll. Yeah, I always do a poll, and we never.
And if you will, folks, we have 54 people watching and 39 likes. So if you will, go ahead and just give us that thumbs up. If you're on the mobile, you may have to minimize the chat to be able to see it on video.
All right, Kelly, what is our poll? What
okay, so our poll is the Bronco Sport a real Bronco? The answers were nope. I mean, it's labeled a Bronco, 100%. So nope won it with 41%. I mean, it's labeled a Bronco was 30%, and 100% says 27%.
A little surprising on that.
I am a little surprised.
I thought there might be more support for the old sport. We don't talk about a bunch of sport. I took a lot of shit on that early on with the Bronco lives I was doing.
Yeah.
The people, they would be like, hey, why don't you talk sport? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm an off-road guy, so I don't tend to lean that way. But there you go.
NSU College Kid, thanks for that thumbs up.
We haven't seen NSU College Kid in a while.
I know.
It's been a minute, or you've been quiet one.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is it?
Both.
Let's see.
Bronco Sport is the Fisher Price Bronco.
Oh
gosh.
Is it like the telephone? It's got the face and the little dialy things.
Oh.
Didn't you pull it and it made noise? Like as a toddler, you would pull it and I think it made a little sound.
Allie probably remembers more than we do.
You know how I know this works? This live things works for me. When I was a kid, my neighbors, and I would have been about 5 or 6 years old, my neighbors had a little 45-inch record player, the little singles. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
There's these thing called records, Allie. They were kind of like CD.
I know what records are.
So my parents had in 60s,
yourself.
70s console, everything. Everything was a console.
Easy Bake Oven Bronco.
Easy Bake.
So,
bye, Valley Dude. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. So the TV was a console.
Yeah.
You know, it's a piece of furniture. Well,
the computer was a room.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have one of those. But the radio, they had a console radio player that had a little record player in it. You slid open the top, and there was a record and stuff.
Cigar Texans told you 45 RPM, not inch.
Sorry, Cigar Texan. It's been a minute since I've.
It was like a 6-inch disc.
Not in front of the people.
Stop it.
But so my neighbors had the little. You remember the little box? You open the top and the little deal. So I used to play DJ as a little 6-year-old.
Does not surprise me.
I kid you not, I would sit there. They were like, "Hey, we're gonna play blah blah blah." And I'm like, "I'm playing DJ here, man." And I'll never forget doing that. Like I would whatever garbage Alvin and the Chipmunks record they had or something. I don't know what they had for 45 RPMs. But yeah, I was. This is your Alvin and the Chipmunks with whatever Christmas song or whatever. I don't know what they would have had, or it might have been Thriller. I don't know what, but I remember I had a pretend microphone. I would sit just like this, spinning my little tunes, and yeah. So that's how I knew at some point this probably would happen.
You know what I was doing?
Well, when I was 5.
We're not going to talk about. We're not talking about age difference. We're talking about at the same age.
Okay.
I was riding my big wheel.
Well, I rode.
Or I was telling my friends to stop fighting. Imagine that.
Okay, Karen.
I don't like confrontation, and I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now.
Awkward.
Right? So,
Allie, what was your at 5, 6 years old? What was your toy of choice? What did you play with as a kid?
A rock and a stick.
Jesus.
I used to play with the bugs, like the roly polies.
Our parents would always lock us outside, and we had to come in when the lights turned on.
Yeah.
You did that now, like people would like.
Oh, dude, you would get like shunned and like parent protected services called on your ass.
I just didn't go in.
That's the
I
thing.
remember
I
waking
spent
up-
all my
Doesn't
time.
surprise
Like,
me.
I honestly don't remember like a specific toy I played with. I mean, I was always playing outside.
Yeah.
It
A
wasn't Barbies.
fishing pole.
Yeah. No Barbies.
No, absolutely not.
Kelly went and saw the Barbie movie.
I did.
I saw that.
I was going to see the Barbie movie till I heard the reviews, and I was like, you know what? Because I thought it'd be stupid fun. And it might have been stupid fun,
It was cute.
but it's not for me. So
Yeah, no. I was never a Barbie person. I was like, honestly, I was always like, anything I could do outside, I would do it. That's about it.
well, there you go.
Yeah, I was never very girly either. It's funny because I had a job interview and I had a question asked. It was like, would you have a problem working with a bunch of guys? And I was like, nope, not at all. Like,
Nope.
guys are much easier than girls are. Girls are drama, and I've always been friends with guys more than
I
girls.
will say
because of
though,
it.
working at a dealership, guys are divas. Like,
Oh,
they
I'm
have
not
their,
surprised.
they have their moments. I'm just like,
I'm
they're
sure.
annoying.
I'm sure.
They're annoying.
But usually, as long as you figure out what they're dramatic about, as long as you
Oh, that's the
operate
best
within
part
their
because then I
dramatics.
just get to poke their butt. I'm the best at that.
See, and then there's me that goes, okay, this is the box that I can play in and not piss you off. Okay, cool. I'll play in this box. We won't toe the line.
My favorite is like, so like my manager, he has like his mug of like pens and stuff. If he's like dicking around and like they're just talking about bullcrap stuff up in the tower, I will literally take his mug and pretend to pour it out. I'll get his attention real fast.
Oh, Brian says the Sport is the Bronco 3. That's perfect for that. That is perfect for that.
Steel Bronco says, wait, my wife probably wants to get into this conversation.
For real.
Oh man, I was the GI Joe Transformers generation though. That was my thing.
I
That
like
comic
the
book.
OtterBox analogy.
Yeah,
That was
I
a good
did.
one.
Oh man,
I did not have a cozy coupe. I had a big wheel.
I had some Tonka. I don't know if anybody in the chat remembers this. Tonka made these little like Bronco looking trucks, a little
Mhm.
SUV. It was black, it had gold striping on the side, and you could take the wheels off. And I remember as a kid seeing commercials like, "Oh my god, you can change the tires!" Like stupid, you just put another tire on it. But we were dumb 70s kids, and that was the exciting thing. So I remember me and my buddy Gavin, he had a little long sidewalk that was slanted just a little bit, and we would sit on that thing, run as fast as we could to jump on top of this thing and run down that sidewalk, and we would tumble into his gravel driveway, and we'd laugh and act stupid. And
No.
I know we probably ended up just like breaking one of those in pieces. We just ruined it. But I didn't, you had a big wheel.
I did.
I remember Gavin and them had a big wheel, but we had nowhere to ride it. 'Cause they had a
'Cause
gravel
you had gravel and
driveway.
so did he.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that's kind of a crappy.
Mr. Potato Head Bronco. That's a good one.
And as you college kids said, tell us about the olden days.
Well, you see,
Cigar Texan says, I remember fishing with my canoe and my portable 8-track player.
oh,
I didn't have an 8-track player.
cassette. I grew up pretty poor, so those like a cassette player, the little portable ones. I remember they're like $30 or something. But
Oh, yeah.
that now is like probably $150 or something ridiculous. But I remember going in. Lowe's used to sell. I remember they sold Atari 2600s, TVs, and all kinds of stuff, plus lumber. And I remember being all excited to go into the Lowe's because they had the Atari that you could play. Welcome back, car.
So Laura, I can totally hear you saying this, which is funny. I remember we had those horse plastic things on wheels that we could like crash forward and they would probably be recalled if we would be bleeding because we would hit our mouth at the top of the horse part.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
They don't have penny horses at Meyer anymore, do they? Are they still a penny?
They do at ours, yeah.
Yeah.
It may be
Radio Shack.
It may be 5 cents now.
Oh, I miss.
I
Radio
bet you
Shack.
don't. I bet you don't even remember Radio Shack, do you, Allie?
I remember Radio Shack.
Do
Yeah,
you?
but you don't remember True Radio Shack. Like True Radio Shack, you went in there and bought these little transistor radios that you made. Like you had to solder all the little
God, no.
resistors. That was the
do
fun
that.
of Radio Shack. And then it just turned into Tandy computers, and then just
I remember Radio Shack. I remember Circuit City.
Ooh, Circuit City was.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
Circus
that
City.
was the thing.
My
So-
parents bought their first VCR from Circuit City.
So funny thing about Radio Shack is that I was trying to fix our dryer, what, about a year ago now?
I
I
guess,
guess. No, our washer before we bought a new washer. So about 6 months, a year ago, something like that. And I figured out that it was the door mechanism that was broken. So I take it apart and I figure out what's broken in there. And I go, okay, now how the hell do I order this part? Shit, there's no Radio Shack, because I totally could have gotten that one part that I needed at Radio Shack if they still had them.
Yeah.
And I had to try to order it off of Amazon, and Amazon didn't even have it. I was going to have to contact some like electrical, and I was like, shit, I'm just going to have to buy a new switch.
To Explore video said Radio Shack still. Wait, no, where was it? Somebody
Still
said
here in my town.
No,
To
it said it
Explore
had
videos.
It's had a Radio Shack smell.
Oh,
Which is very
TJ Miller.
true. Yes, very true, man.
Service merchandise. Yeah. NSU college
They
kid.
were based out of Nashville.
Oh, were they?
I believe so.
Oh, independent Sears stores. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have a Best Products Co. Cigar Texan.
Man, what did this show turn into?
There's a lot.
Let's Old Nation here.
Hey, I remember. Hey, I was around for Blockbuster too.
Oh, do you know there still is one in Alaska?
For real?
They
For real.
tweet. They tweet too, and it's
Yep.
hilarious.
And you can order T-shirts from them too.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I ordered a T-shirt today.
I know. I saw it.
For Blockbuster?
No,
No.
different shirt. Like he needs more shirts.
It's a Star Wars shirt.
Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to go in your closet, and I'm gonna have to sneak in there and just like take some shirts out, put them in a box, and then in a couple of months go, hey, you haven't seen these shirts in a while. Would you like these? Oh, I forgot I had these. And then I'll take the other shirts out of there, put them in a box, and stay in a couple of months. Like they do with kids' toys. That's what they recommend with kids' toys. Is like you take away half of their toys and you put them in the attic. And then when they start getting bored with the stuff that they have, you bring them back and you tell them to.
That's fantastic.
You should try it with Maya. I bet she would do that too.
More than half of her toys are still boxed up right now.
Well, there you go. She's going to be stupid excited when they come out.
TJ Miller, what was the Radio Shack brand speakers? I know what you're talking about. Realistic, maybe?
Oh. The Blockbuster
Now I'm
Airbnb.
too young.
You know,
Family Video is still around. We don't have any. We
I
lost
couldn't-
our last one I
I was gonna say I couldn't tell you any
5 years ago.
video stores here.
Yeah. We still have red boxes somewhere.
When we were kids too, we're the Nintendo generation, so I remember we would rent whatever hot game was, Contra or something fun like that. And it didn't. Now a game requires. I just bought a game tonight, and it required like I need 16 gigs of space.
Mhm.
I remember renting a game over and the whole weekend. You would get 2 liter of Mountain Dew or something stupid, Pizza Hut or something, and that was a weekend of like
Oh, Pizza Huts. All of ours are gone.
the sit down Pizza Huts were
Really?
awesome, man.
You don't even have takeout Pizza Huts?
I
That's
mean,
sad.
maybe in some of the bigger cities, but nowhere around us.
Oh, that's sad.
I remember
Yeah,
like you had to bring in like your little bookmarker thing, and they would like stamp it until you like got a free pizza.
Oh, yeah, the book club.
Hmm.
Yeah. What was it? It was Book It.
The
No.
red cups.
Yes, the red cups. Oh, nostalgia
Or
nation
what was
tonight.
the other one? Little Caesars Playground.
Oh
Play
yes,
area.
the
Playground.
one in Waterford off of Dixie.
Mm-hmm.
Little Caesarland.
Yes.
Caesarland.
There we go.
What?
Little Caesars.
Or
had
what
a
was the
play place.
mouse?
The whole thing was a play place. It was totally like a Sky Zone.
Our Hardee's here on Broad Street
Can't
Yeah.
had the
remember mouse.
creepiest playground. I remember back in the 70s being like, this is fucking creepy. But see, y'all
you were
don't, but
5.
neither of you two remember like arcades, like real arcades where it was
I
a
remember
dark room.
arcades.
It was the most pedophile weird place now of like, you wouldn't send your kid to these places, but it was black lights, weird people, and quarters.
Well, it's funny you say that because
Dave.
I took our daughter with a friend of hers to local bowling alley and arcade place, and I bought the like pass or whatever. It was like $14, so it was like a game of bowling, and then it was unlimited of all the other stuff that they had for like 3 hours or whatever. Well, then of course they wanted to play in the arcade. Well, guess what the arcade didn't take? Cards. They only took cash. And I was like, who has cash? Like, who has cash anymore? Oh, there's an ATM over there. The hell I'm going to spend $4 to get money out so that they can waste money in a thing. No,
Yeah.
not happening.
What's cash?
Right? But luckily her friend had a $20 bill that her mom had given to her, and we put it in the coin machine. So they got $20 worth of quarters.
Oh, back in the day, that would have been like heaven. $20 in quarters.
But now every game is like $1.
Yeah.
So it's not much.
I remember my mom she worked at a convenience store, and there was a Donkey Kong there, and it was like a neighborhood convenience store deal, and people would line up to play Donkey Kong, like, and beat each other. Like, it was very competitive because you didn't have a phone with 100 games on it, or that was a lot of fun. They always had the little comic book, little spin rack that always had comic books on it. And I couldn't wait for the next G.I. Joe to come out because I was a big G.I. Joe comic book fan. Spider-Man those were my two. Some Transformers in there. That was fun.
That was fun.
Sam Goodies and Tower Records.
Oh, Tower Records is sad.
Traveler's checks.
Traveler's checks. I so remember my mom getting traveler's checks. We went to Disney World in like 87. And the reason we got to go to Disney was some phone plan they were on. There was some weird big discount to get us to Disney. There was some weird thing. That in Busch Gardens we got to go see. And I remember them getting traveler's checks, and I was like amazed, like, oh, we're fancy. We got traveler's checks, But then you can only go to like a hotel to use them, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Music Land.
Atari.
976 chat.
I don't want to know about the chats.
I don't either.
Telly Savalas with Players Club. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Everyone's aging themselves now.
Oh, Diners Club.
Cigar Texan said, had a Malibu Grand Prix on my street growing up. I held the track record for 3 years.
Oh, and television, man. Oh, and television was great, but the problem was it was too expensive. The Ataris, I remember like in the 70s, my people we moved here from Ohio with, they were pretty well to do, and they had an Atari 2600, and I remember the Pong just being like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, and all you're doing is just turning this little knob so it went up, and oh man, good times. Well,
do you remember what was the name of the oh my gosh, what was the name? We talked about this not long ago about the CDs in the mail thing, the club.
For 1 penny, Columbia House.
Yes, Columbia House. Allie probably doesn't know about Columbia House.
Columbia House out of so many dollars.
So Columbia House would send this
in a magazine. You would see these in magazines.
Or they would put in the magazine of like sign up now, and like 1 penny for, I don't remember what all
you got like 12 CDs or cassettes or whatever it was.
But really you were signing up for like a subscription plan, and you had to give them a credit card to sign it up.
Yeah.
I don't recall ever doing that.
I thought you did. There was something. You had to do something because it wasn't just straight up
cash
free.
on COD, which you probably don't even remember COD, where the mail person would come up to your house and collect money.
They still have COD. BMG Music, that was one of them
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, but no, dude. Then they did it with DVDs. They would do that, and I probably had like 17 accounts for Columbia House. Probably used dead relatives' names.
The good old days when you had to run, get dad a beer, and then go out and spin the antenna so he could watch the Tigers.
Floppy disks.
I thought that said floppy dicks for a minute. It's like, what am I seeing? Jesus, YouTube correspondent.
I love how they swore up and down. This is the future. You have to use these everywhere. That lasted 2 years.
Yeah.
The first Back to the Future. Lay at the TV and be channel changer for dad.
Oh,
we were actually talking about this weekend.
Yes, my dad, we had the old console TVs with the click
where you had them twisted
knobs, and they would always break, and there was always vice grips on there. So I remember my dad getting a Sylvania TV. I was all excited because it was going to be a digital. The buttons were going to be push buttons. I was so excited by that, and I remember going, "Oh, it's going to have a remote control," because that was the future. Oh my God, a remote control, that was crazy, because I was dad's remote. And no, my dad didn't buy the remote because that was probably $100 option. He wasn't buying. He's like, well, I've got a kid. You can go push those buttons. But I remember my dad would lay right in front of the damn TV. I'd lay on his belly we'd watch OSU basketball. And my dad would just, instead of buying a remote, he would just use his foot.
Yeah,
to
he'd
push
use his
the
toes.
damn button. I was like, even then I was like, this is freaking gross. But the TV was basically just my dad's. My mom never really watched TV. You saw her watch some TV because she would just bored sitting with my dad.
Yeah.
Then she never watched TV, man. Remington Steele. I take it back. She would watch Remington Steele, and that was it.
That's funny.
Oh man. All right. So we could go.
Momomoto says I just hit my coworker with the "you died of dysentery" image today.
Oregon Trail. Oh,
yes.
What was the Apple II? I think it was the Apple II. We would play that on in school. Oh, man, I
miss the Frogger from the early computer days.
Yeah.
Like the actual Frogger that was on them.
It was just basically a square that you saw moving.
No, well, it was digitally, but you would like move it.
No, I know, but I remember early Frogger. It was almost like a little square.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because the pixels were massive.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Laser discs.
Dig Dug.
MS Paint. Yeah.
I got a lot of trouble with MS Paint though.
That does not surprise me.
My graphics design classes.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
It was the early 90s.
Progress said, Lord, my wife is binge watching Dr. Quinn right now.
Oh my God.
We watched that when it was live,
back when CBS was for old people. It had all Matlock and all those weird old people shows.
I hated SimCity because my people would not like it. I didn't have the patience for SimCity to allow my city to grow. Whoa.
No, that's nothing.
Okay.
All right. And all my little gaming people in there, if you remember Command and Conquer, give me a big shout out. It was one of my favorite computer games. All right, so we could do this all. We would be here till 4 a.m. I think, repeating things.
Back in my day,
we're not doing All Terrain Nation night talk tonight. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I do have one more question. So I've thought about opening up a new channel for All Terrain Nation Live to stream these on, and then they would rebroadcast on this channel. So I was curious
what?
Wait, what?
I don't understand it either.
It would be a new All Terrain Nation channel, but it'd be like All Terrain Nation Live, where we live stream only on that and then clip out to put on this channel.
NSU college kids had already confused.
Yep, me too.
It was your idea.
No, I know. I'll explain it to you better later. All right. We're dropping viewers like crazy. So whether it be two-wheel drive,
four-wheel drive,
or these nostalgia,
or throwback 90s, 80s, and 90s.
I don't know anymore. Y'all let us know. Ford Talk Live may be happening sooner than you think. We'll try to talk a little bit more of everything. So we're out. Peace, everybody.
See ya.